Mobili.
Top 10 Best Super Naked and Hyper Naked Motorcycles of 2023. Don't just go naked to get your thrills. Go all the way with a super naked or hyper naked motorcycle. But which is best? Available in a variety of sizes and shapes, detuned and unfaired sport bikes, commonly known as naked bikes, have experienced substantial growth in the motorcycling industry in recent years. Loved for their versatility and ability to perform myriad tasks with equal precision, modern naked motorcycles are taking it up a notch by offering higher displacement engines and incredible speed. Perfect for touring, navigating through traffic, and reaching breakneck speeds on the track, these are the insanely fast and fun naked bikes we would rather ride than a superbike. 10. BMW S1000R. Following on from the S1000RR sports bike, its naked BMW S1000R sibling was finally given an overhaul for 2021. Gone thankfully is the mug-eyed front end in favor of a slightly more traditional single headlight, though while it makes the new bike look slightly less gawky, it does have a hint of the R1250R. That S1000R derived unit means fans of the bike will have 165 brake horsepower on tap and 84 lb-ft of torque. 4th, 5th, and 6th gear now run taller ratios, helping the bike to meet the latest noise and emission standards, while an updated assisted slipper clutch is now available together with engine drag torque control, MSR. The fully configurable Dynamic Pro mode is also available with a wider range of setting options as part of the Riding Modes Pro option. With Riding Modes Pro, the new S1000R also features the engine brake control. 9. Suzuki GSX-S1000. With the iconic GSX-R1000 fading from price lists, its distant, naked relative the Suzuki GSX-S1000 soldiers on having received its last significant update in 2021. While the sunken, minimalist front-end arrangement won't be to everyone's taste, the Suzuki GSX-S1000 succeeds in looking more contemporary than what lies underneath that edgy exterior. Nevertheless, the GSX-S1000 has stood the test of time well with its involving riding experience, while the 999 cubic centimeters inline for keeping things brisk out on the open road. 8. Honda CB1000R. Honda has never had any trouble when it comes to practical, comfortable, sensible motorcycles, which is probably why the Japanese giant has always struggled when it comes to building bonkers, badass ones. Based on the previous generation CBR1000RR Fireblade, the Honda CB1000R never quite cut it when first introduced in 2008, criticized mostly for being at a detuned 130 brake horsepower, a little soft, and with its smooth for being a touch characterless, even if it was a decent, all-round bike. But this latest version, updated for 2021, gets closer to the super naked brief but remains a long way off its distant cousin, the new generation Honda CBR1000RR Fireblade. Dominated by its neo-cafe styling, the chiseled looks are still sharp, while the introduction of the Black Edition flagship during the last update gives the Honda CB1000R range more gravitas with its modest, yet stealthy all-black livery. 7. KTM 1290 Super Duke R. When super just isn't enough, the KTM 1290 Super Duke R is the archetype hypernaked. The first generation was launched in 2013 with the then class-leading 160 brake horsepower and equally pioneering electronic rider aids that lived up to its billing as the most potent naked then available. Things have since stepped up further, leading to today's 177 brake horsepower KTM Super Duke R, complete with updated styling and suspension and gizmos. Referred to as the Beast, the KTM is indeed just that when on the track, while the Austrian firm has continued to refine and tweak the package by offering the more track day focused 1290 Super Duke RR and 1290 Super Duke Evo. While KTM hasn't made the largest of its Dukes more powerful than its predecessor, the current generation model does demonstrate improved refinement and manners to make it a more rounded machine than ever. 6. Kawasaki Z H2. Cut from a similar cloth as the KTM 1290 Super Duke R, the similarly bonkers Kawasaki Z H2 is beginning to look a little tired in this company, even if it remains a riot of fun. In your face, aggressive and loud, the Z H2 wears its supercharged heart on its sleeve, so while you're unlikely to sway anyone towards a Z H2 if their heart is set on a Streetfighter V4S, spend a bit of time with the Kawasaki, and you might find you'll have more fun. The Revy 999 cubic centimeters, 197 brake horsepower engine gives the Z H2 ballistic-like qualities, while it certainly delivers when you unleash its full potential by being blisteringly fast with all the whistling blower drive and chirpy overrun that goes with it. While the jagged edges of the design unashamedly Kawasaki though they won't be to everyone's taste, the Z H2 does feel well put together, is compliant at lower speeds and well kit out. 5. Aprilia Tono V4 1100. Aprilia's naked version of the superb RS V4 superbike has been impressing with both its performance and class-leading electronics for almost a decade now, and is regarded as the best of all SupersNakeds. Eked out to 175 brake horsepower in its most recent 1,100 cubic centimeters form in 2015, the Aprilia Tuono V4 1100 has been updated 3 times since, with 2 versions: the standard entry-level version and the more formidable Aprilia Tuono V4 1100 factory. Though certainly aging against newer opposition, especially the increasingly anonymous styling, the Tuono V4 is brimming with clever tech and gadgets that have filtered down from Aprilia's successful MotoGP department. Indeed, the latest factory version is not only powerful and grunty, it comes with semi-active suspension and class-leading electronics. Think of it as the purest super/hyper-naked. 4. Yamaha MT-10. The big daddy among Yamaha's masters of torque range, or MTTU, and me. The 2023 Yamaha MT-10 received a major overhaul in 2022 that brings it right back up to the sharp end of the SupersNaked motorcycle ranking. With a toned-down version of Yamaha's divisive dark-themed styling direction, the MT-10 is all the better for it, appearing mean and moody, if a little fussy in places, while everything feels well put together and ergonomic once you throw a leg over. Though some may feel a little shortchanged by Yamaha not chasing headlines by mimicking the R1's near 200 bhp grunt, the MT-10 feels all the more usable with its 163 brake horsepower and a focus on providing more torquey pulling power lower down the rev range. 3. Ducati Streetfighter V4. Following its high-profile debut in 2020, the 2023 Ducati Streetfighter V4 has been given a replenishing nip and tuck for 2023 with minor but well-judged upgrades, consolidating its status as the most accomplished model in this class dynamically. With Ducati mostly fettling the electronics to provide more confidence in sketchy conditions, provide more fun on track, and perhaps most importantly help calm things down a bit on the open road, the base Streetfighter V4 is every inch a playful machine no matter where you take it. This is largely thanks to Ducati's meaty 208 brake horsepower, 1,103 cubic centimeters V4 engine. For the more advanced rider, the lighter Ducati Streetfighter V4S will get you to the ragged edge more quickly, but you won't find a more deliciously entertaining motorcycle in this class so long as you don't mind splashing out. 2. Triumph Speed Triple 1200 RS. As far as updates go, the Triumph Speed Triple 1200 RS represents a leap over its predecessor in all areas, successfully stranding the accessibility of a milder SupersNaked while tapping into some of the mania that defines the so-called hyper-nakeds. Launched in 2020, Triumph has blessed the Speed Triple 1200 RS with a more potent 178 brake horsepower triple cylinder, which sounds irresistible and feels quick without the excess, while on the road it is responsive, yet still refined and flexible at lower speeds, an impression matched by the well-balanced chassis. Better still, if the Naked RS doesn't do it for you, there is also the cafe racer-inspired Triumph Speed Triple 1200 RR with its half-fairing and sports bike leaning. 1. Ducati Streetfighter V2. If the Ducati Streetfighter V4 is a touch too extreme and expensive for you, then fortunately the Ducati Streetfighter V2 successfully combines all of its bigger brother's qualities but puts them in a package that is more approachable and at a price less palpitating. With almost identical styling to the V4, you need to know what you are looking for to fool friends into thinking you haven't halved your cylinders with your Streetfighter purchase. While just like the V4, it is endowed with the same high-quality switchgear and racing-inspired instrumentation.
I hope to inspire you and help you learn more about your favorite theme. Subscribe to my channel and let me know what you think.